Hello, my name is Anya, I'm 15 years old and I live in Sligo town. Welcome to the Mind Your Head Study website. The Mind Your Head Study wants to find out more about the mental health needs of young people aged between 12 and 25 living in the areas of Sligo, Leitrim and West Cavan. Our awareness of supports and resources available to us in this region will also be explored. A group of researchers from St. Angeles College Sligo are leading out on this study, which is also funded by Sligo VEC. So, what the researchers would like to hear about is, what or who helps you cope when things are stressing you out? Do you know what to do, where to go or who to talk to when you're stressed out? You need to know this so you can mind your head. Minding your head is really important as it can get out of sorts, like any other part of your body. Unfortunately, as others can't see your head is annoying you, you need to ask for help. Do you know that 1 in 4 people will at some time in their lives need help with things that are distressing them? That means right now 25% of us, the people that you and I know, that you and I talk to and meet every day, will be affected by mental distress in the next year. If you thought that one of these people needed your help, would you call them a freak, a psycho or a weirdo? Or would you see them as a friend needing help? If you were asked to describe a person with a mental health problem, it could be anyone really, because families from all races and all groups in society are affected by mental health issues. Ask yourself, what is normal? The media bombard us with everyday images of what normal is. But none of us can say we are normal really, because if you think about it, normality is a near impossibility in a world that is ever changing and always adapting. Mental health is more than just a phrase. It is more than the absence of mental illness. It is more than a stereotype. It's more than just being moody. Mental health includes how you feel about yourself and how you adjust to the events in your life. Mental health issues are not just for the grown-ups in our families. One of the most exciting things about becoming a young person is that we have a greater say in our lives, about what we do. Where we are going can be really exciting, but with that transition into adulthood may come problems. We may feel scared, we may feel overcome. We don't live in a perfect world and our world can close in around us. Cillian now will give us an insight into what it's like being a part of our world today and some of the struggles that we as young people face in today's world.
Thank you, Anya. As you heard there, my name is Cillian and I'm 18 years old and I live in Ballysadare, County Sligo. I want to tell you a little bit about the specific challenges that we as young people face, and then Ava will tell us about possible ways that we can address these difficulties. According to a big Irish study, the My World survey, there are many things that can stress us out and occupy our headspace. You won't be surprised by any of them. The everyday familiar stresses of school, exams, stresses and strains within our families, within our friendships, within our relationships. Many feel pressure from their peers to drink, to do drugs, to become sexually active. So most of us can identify with this pressure of trying to be cool and fit in by looking a certain way or having a certain image. For a girl it could be being a size 0. For a lad it could be to have a six-pack. And I'm sure you're aware of how all of our friends and families have less money now. Many of our parents have lost their jobs or work less hours. Even if we get good leaving certs and good college degrees, we wonder, will we ever get a job here? Or will we have to leave home? Mind you, Australia doesn't look too bad to me, but Skyping just isn't the same as being at home. When we think about stuff like this, we can sometimes find it hard to be optimistic and hopeful about our futures. So what do we need to do to mind our heads? Well, we all do different things. Some talk to their parents, some talk to their friends or go on Facebook, others listen to music. And these are all good ways really, because at times we can all get out of sorts and we can probably be a real pain to live around. And that's just us trying to cope, but not in a great way. Others may turn to drink or even drugs to try and forget about things for a while. Not the best really, because that's only putting the problem off for another day. And sometimes things can really get on top of us. And some of us aren't as inclined to talk openly about our stresses and worries. And this may lead to some form of suicidal behaviour, like self-injury. Other young people may go as far as to think about taking their own lives, because they feel they've no other way out. Their whole lives have become a really dark place and they feel no one can understand them. Sadly, it's often the case that young people who do have suicidal thoughts say that they can't talk to anyone about their problems. Now, some of us would find it hard to understand why young people who are feeling like this don't seek out help or let someone know how they're feeling. But this is the reality. We all have our problems. It's how we deal with them that's different. As young people, we need to talk about the challenges we face and the problems we encounter and get help to address them. Ava will now tell you about the best ways to deal with our problems.
Thank you, Killian. My name is Ava and I'm 13 years old and I'm from Dromahair, County Leitrim. So what do we need to do ourselves as young people to mind our heads? And what do we need our parents, teachers and communities to do to help us to get through when things get tough? Well, first of all, we have to recognise that at times all of us will face things that we may want to run away from or black out of our minds. But let's face it, this is not really an option in the long term. We have to learn how to manage things. Sometimes we will be able to manage things by ourselves and that's okay. But other times we'll have to ask for the help of others, but that's no big deal. Everyone needs help at some time in their lives. For most of us, the hardest thing is asking for help, or knowing who to ask, or knowing where to go. The most important step is to talk to someone who will listen to us. According to the My World survey, the presence of one good adult in our lives is vital. Someone that we know personally, and someone that's available to us. Think for a minute about who this person is, or who this person could be in your life. This person does not necessarily have to be a family member or even a friend. It could be a teacher, a coach, or anyone who plays an important part in your life. So, if you are feeling challenged, a good starting point is to open up and share what's happening to that one good adult in your life. Isolating yourself and not sharing what's happening can make the problem seem bigger than it actually is. Therefore, it is vital that as young people that we let someone in. But this someone must create a safe place for us to tell our story. A place where we don't feel any shame and a place that we are really listened to.
Hi, my name's Jack. I'm 16 and I live in Dromahair, County Leitrim. As Anya and Killian have said, minding your head matters. So now it's important to have your say. Let's start talking about the conversation that matters. The Mind Your Head study gives you a unique opportunity to do this. The study wants to uncover the mental health needs of young people in Sligo, Leitrim and West Cavan. They want to find out what you know about and what you think about the supports that are available to you in your area. The Mind Your Head study wants to shine a light on the issues that are important for you and for me. So how can you get involved? If you visit the website www.mindyourheadstudy.com or the Mind Your Head Study Facebook page, you will find out all that you need to know to get involved in the study and how you can get involved. There are many ways you can get involved. Through your school, work or college, you may be asked to complete a questionnaire. Michelle, one of the researchers, can also email or post you one of the questionnaires, which you could do in your free time. Or if you're interested in doing a one-to-one interview just by yourself, you can get in touch with Ursula from St. Angeles College. If you're part of a group or an organisation, like a youth group or a sports group, and you feel that your group can contribute, you can get in touch with Dimna on the research team. The researchers are also getting the views of parents and other people that work with young people, like teachers, sports and youth leaders. If you are one of these people, you can contribute through either a group or a one-to-one interview, or you can make a written submission. Tom or Dennis on the research team will be happy to discuss this with you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this clip. Remember, it's important to mind your head. Your mental health and mental well-being matters. Now it's time to believe in better. You can make a difference, so have your say. Start now by logging onto the Facebook page or the website. Thank you.